say, David Cook was correct. You only run 3 stops. You know, and something like that, that's a suggestion box. You see a monitor, you really think you see a monitor, it's really did great. What do you think about that? And every Monday night, we're gonna give out 2 $25 Visa gift cards. Leonard wanted to give the manicure, pedicure deal and spa deal. With the gift card, you can buy that and the left over. That being said, what is Harvey doing?
Hey guys, yes, we've got it started and we've got 4 gift cards to start out with. Of course, there's going to be quite a few guys who we know do a great job, and this is a pilot program. It's not approved yet. The actual money is coming from Tony at this point.
All right.
So we thank him and go and get it started. And we're going to start out. I call in the. That's where it came from, right? Well, we're going to try and get it submitted later for reimbursement. We'll get it set up and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and call. Actually, I only see a few of you guys here. But Margaret Harris is one of our recipients.
She was on her way up already. Oh, Margaret. Wow. Somebody else start walking.
Start with it. The next week is gonna be you guys.
Great job, yeah.
You guys will choose next time.
Okay, and our next recipient here is Danny Williams.
Yeah.
And the other 2, actually, I haven't seen them, but Andrew Murray, you guys know he did a good job as well, and also David Moxley.
Moxley. Yeah,
During the week, you see somebody that you think deserves an honorable mention, put a little paragraph, put the name in the suggestion box. So that's how we're gonna select next. The next week's going to be 2. It gets expensive for that. But you guys pick out who you think did a good job during the week. And then on Monday night, we're gonna mention them. And we're gonna say that it come from your peers. You got anything else?
That's it for now.
Are you anything you'd like to?
Oh, yeah, so it's the shortest one we'll ever have. Everything regarding the employment agreement is still pending. So there's nothing really to report from that. Just awaiting approval of the recommendation. And I'm not really sure because we want the recommendation proposals for the new employment agreement. I will tell you, speak a little bit about the main sticking points right now. We're trying to determine how best to deal with what happens when you reach the end of your employment, and how we will handle whether or not you're allowed to go home at the end of the employment, or will you have to remain for an entire, will remain for 9 months or 10 months, depending on the length of the R&R. So there's a proposed changes to R&Rs as to whether or not they will be every 90 days or whether they will be every 120 days. Those of you who've been on the employment agreement for a while, when you first came on board, your first R&R or PLT was after 90 days. And then you became eligible for another PLT after 180 days. Well, if you took your PLT at 90 and 180 days, that leaves 6 months until the end of your employment agreement. Now, mind you, at the time that this thing was put out, at the time that you started, we only thought we would be here a year with an option for a second year. Well, now we have the second year. So, would it be feasible for you to be here for 9 or 10 months? Anybody here want to stay here 9 months or 10 months at a time without leaving? I mean, even the best work around here, well, I don't think you want to be here for 9 or 10 months. So we're trying to devise a way so that at the end of the employment agreement, there will be some time, there will be an opportunity.
It's not me.
I'm just gonna call it.
Hit the flashing light.
I'm just gonna call it. You know, actually, who takes care of counterfeiters? I'm sure you print money over. As soon as we get some firm word around the employment agreement, I will bring it to you. But for tonight, it was simply an opportunity so that we can begin recognizing folks and have you help us to recognize those within the work group that truly are adding value. You know who's out there really bringing it all and being helpful to everyone, and you know who it is. So I encourage you to fill that box up back there. I'll probably end up paying for it next week. Tony is probably broke by now.
Yeah.
Anyway, if these gentlemen don't have anything else, then we'll just have a quick open forum to answer questions. Any question that you have, any situation that you have, other than those that should be resolved with either a one-on-one meeting with myself or Tony, we will gladly entertain. Yes, sir.
Part of this is probably gonna be one-on-one.
Okay.
What you're trying to do is team build here.
Pretty much.
Okay? You got a lot of guys out here that take care of each other while they're out there on the airfield.
Mhm.
They watch out for everybody. Then you got certain individuals that are practically snitches. Everybody know they are, and it causes problems. Some of these guys are hovering in your office all the time. Okay, we know who they are. It gives you the perception, the office the perception, that you condone this when they're there. They're just like us. FP's up on the field. Okay? So if they're in there and they're doing all this snitching without coming to the person and talking to them, everybody know, go to the person first.
It's helpful, unless you're gonna get a beat down.
That can cause that problem, though. That can cause that problem. You know, we don't want to go there. Everybody here works well together. Now, without dropping names, because I'll drop it to you later. Okay? I'll drop it to you later.
Well,
But the thing is, we need to stop it. We need to stop it now. Because it's getting out of hand.
okay. So let me make sure I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
There is a perception that certain individuals who hover around in the office are providing unnecessary information. And that information is causing people to believe that whatever is being shared by these people is gospel. Okay, all right. Here's how I can help you with that, at least getting some understanding.
Help us, because there's a lot of people talking.
Okay. Just because someone comes in and says that Mr. Bond is acting ugly out there on the flight deck, that doesn't mean that we take that at face value. I can assure you from my perspective that whatever is brought to me, I validate it and evaluate it and determine what it is validity from on my own. It's called somebody tells me that the sky is blue and there's no clouds out there. And that if they have credibility with me, I'll probably say, okay, the sky is blue, there's no clouds, but probably a few minutes, a little later on, I'm gonna step outside and look out. Okay, it's not raining. So, that's how I handle this situation. And those of you who have spoken with me personally and dealt with me understand that that's how I deal with it.
Sure.
So you have to make a valid point because that's not very good perception for this working group to have. So going forward with Tony and I, and Isaac, we'll talk and figure out a way to try to help turn that perception around. Yes, ma'am.
And speaking of that same note, they don't say the dog that'll bring them home and take them home?
Absolutely.
Is that same dog that's coming to you, is that they're digging your grave?
Exactly.
And I hope that you Mr. Davies and everybody else out here realizes that we're smart enough to understand that.
Okay. We do realize that, but we notice that this has been happening for quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And we have new people come in, and you don't want that to trickle to new people, which is already started. Okay?
They already throwing.
Exactly, so
Stay away from this.
we have to end it now. I mean, we got a good crew
You
here.
better stay away from him. Stay away from Mr. Bond, stay away from.
If you look around, you have a good crew here. If you want to keep the crew, you want people to stay positive, this is something that really needs to be addressed. And the only reason I'm bringing it up in this forum is that so we know that it's going to be addressed.
Yes,
You
and
guys
that's the best place to bring it up, so that everybody knows that it is this, and that, you know, we're not,
You bring
we're
me a
not
bone,
pushing.
you bring me a bone, you better bring the truth. I
Exactly.
might crack across the head. Yes, I can.
I have two things. One, some people wanted to know about tuition reimbursement. I don't know if that was ever answered, but could you guys speak on
Yes,
that?
you are eligible for tuition reimbursement.
Could you
After,
explain the process?
the process is, once you find a course, make sure I don't turn on my water and my tea. The process is after a period of time, you become eligible. 6 months, a year, you're eligible, or you're eligible automatically. I believe you're on this contract that you can, at this point, go and find your course. Ideally, whatever you take should be applicable to your work. So if you're working on a associate's degree or some type of degree program, it's going to be applicable because in force protection, well, I would say force protection, but criminal justice is part, force protection is part of criminal justice, so it would be applicable. Now, if you're coming in and want to take underwater basket weaving, and
No water.
you may have a little
No
difficulty
water.
getting that approved, but any accredited, viable program, you can receive approval for it. But we're not the approval authority here. What you do is you put in your request, because there's a form. Somebody in there is already doing this. I don't feel it. It's already.
He got a new job.
Ernie was killing
He
him.
was killing it. Exactly.
Ernie was killing them, so you're eligible for it, and if you're interested and you want to do something, come see me. I'll print out the forms, we'll send it up, but, you know, like I said, just don't try to get approval for underwater basketball. Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to take the classes right away?
Yeah.
You have to pay for it?
Yeah, but yeah, once I would wait until you receive approval on the class before I would go sign up. But then, you know, if you don't want to sign up, then it not be approved. And then the approval process is not long at all. I just send it to corporate HR and say, hey, this employee would like to take this class. Is it approved?
One more thing to go with that. I think we're all adults here, and you should be getting paid every other Friday, so I don't think anybody should be stealing from each other. So if you feel like you have to steal, I don't think you should be here. So you need to stop stealing from stuff. It's not right.
What they steal?
What do they steal from you, Ron?
Old school song.
Okay. All I can share with you is that anytime you're working with a large group of people, you need to watch your stuff. Now, I would hope that folks would understand that, you know, this is a tough enough situation without someone, taking your stuff.
A lock keeps an honest person.
I understand.
Lock your stuff up.
That's a big thing. I don't know if you might have taken care of it, I know you probably heard, but we have some guys that are new and they've been in a room without keys to their room. So, they need keys to their room, I think.
Bernard is right on top of that.
Okay, good. I have a feeling that might have been the case.
We're just having to find housing building over there to get keys. We're trying to order keys, blank keys from the States. We're trying to get Gary Yule to bring some back. We're trying to ensure that the problem that has been, which if you'll notice, Bernard is passing around so that you can, everybody that has a key is gonna sign for it. When you go on R&R, when you transfer, when you resign, when you EOC, I'm gonna show you that and say, I need your key. Well, I don't have one. I see how you do, you sign for it. We were not on top of the ball collecting the keys on people that have previously left, so we don't have enough keys. Building doesn't have enough keys, they don't have any blanks, but Menard is right on top of it, so we're trying to get everybody that doesn't have a key. And it's, right now it's a little difficult, because you may have to let your buddy in, we may have to go get the first sergeant and get him the key. The first door on the right, am I correct?
Yes.
I don't know who that is, Master Sergeant somebody, he has the pass key. So if at night you get locked out, you know that first door on this end on the right, and they do have a pass key there. You were next, I think.
I have a good suggestion to boost morale and, for the new employment agreement. Other companies have more employees, 3 times the employees than us, and they take like 4 R&Rs. I'm just merely suggesting, how about 3 spread out 10-day R&Rs? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I doesn't have any employees here.
Okay.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna go ahead and address that, because the recommendation is that we go from 90-day R&R to 120-day R&R. Right now, we have a limited number of people, we have 85 people here that were authorized. We can only have a small percentage of folks go on R&R. And if we leave it at 90 days, it's not going to allow more people to go on R&R. By going to 120 days, it allows more people to be out, because that can be more easily managed from a business perspective and from a financial perspective. Financially, for you as the employee, it gives you a little more time to put a few more dollars in your pocket. That's the big
You could
deal.
throw in a third $2,000 bonus.
See, and that's what, there is 15, if they go to the 120 days, that would, you'll take 120 days, one at 240, and Harvey and Morgan and Colbert are just what he touched on. They're trying to get something for your EOC, which would be your third one, at another month. So what you're saying is exactly what they're trying to work on.
Instead of 9 days.
People get stressed out.
Yeah, because I don't want anybody to be here 9 or 10 months. If you here 9 or 10 months, I'm going to invite you to be for a while. I'm going to ask you, would you mind going to Dubai for 5 or 6 days, male or female? Doesn't matter. You need to leave this environment. Anyway, can I answer your question? Yeah, I mean, that's
It's a positive suggestion.
Yeah.
It is. Dave, I think you're next.
Yeah, I got 3 things.
Okay, that's enough. Jamie?
That was funny, Dave.
What's wrong with underwater basket weaving?
Yeah, that's what we thought you'd say.
I tried it. It didn't work.
Next thing, and I'm gonna be serious here. We're coming up on high winds. We're also coming up on winter. Now would be the time to seriously consider goggles, which these people don't have, and cold weather, wet weather equipment, i.e. boots, for the winter. Especially those who plan to stay.
Coming up on winter.
Honestly, that's smart.
Now, the third thing, 6 months, everybody was getting t-shirts. I've been here 8, where's mine? Or the sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt.
I ain't got one either. I've been here 10 months.
They don't make 10 size.
Oh.
I was seeing about as far as like when you go in the bathroom and it needs a work order put in for like the urinal with like leaks, and also the first toilet leaks on
Get with
217.
that man standing right there, and he'll get with CE and see what we can do.
I got a question.
It's a 77 construction issue. The building is under warranty, and they move at their own pace.
All right, bring that request to me.
I got a
have the colonel's meeting in the morning, I'll take it to him. You know, that's what we happened when we were over here at the Cadillac and couldn't keep hot water. Finally, the colonel got tired of it and said, all right, now CE will take care of that.
Well, we've had a shower up there that's been out of commission for over a month, almost 6 weeks.
More than
I've
that.
reported it weekly.
3 months or
We've got another shower that's missing there's a hole in the floor about this
See,
big.
that's
Somebody's-
what they explained to us is because this stuff's under warranty, the companies have to come out of Kabul to fix it. They'll probably then, well, that's not our problem, and I shouldn't say it that way. We want it fixed. So, I'll address it tomorrow and say, can we get CE, fix that as they did.
Previous colonel said something about, Tony, previous colonel said something about making arrangements with them to allow us to do it. You might want to check with them.
Well, that's what we'll do. We'll bring it up and see what the status is. That's my point.
Yeah, if you go to 120 days, what would the possibility be to go from 14 to 17 days R&R?
Well, it'll still be the same. It'll be 15 days R&R with 2 days travel and 1 day LWAP. That's a total of 18 days.
By the way, there's your third guy. You said you're done.
Okay, in terms of the number of days.
Yes, sir.
As part of the recommendations for going to every 4 months, we also recommended an additional LWAP day. So, and that's all right, it takes you, if you go into the States, it takes you 2 days to get there. And it takes you 2 days to get back. So part of how to balance that would be, you'll have your normal R&R plus 2 days going and 2 days back.
Okay.
So you add one more, you add 30 days in terms of the time you have to wait, but we also asked if they would get 1 more day of LWAP. So the 2 days you travel are your travel days, the 2 days back are your travel days. That way,
Sounds a little better.
Jimmy, do you have another one?
No.
Mr. Cook?
On this proposed end of contract R&R, would that be on our dime, or would you guys pitch in anything on that?
let's just say that you accrue a certain amount of PLT throughout the year. You take it that first time, and second time, you pretty much exhausted your PLT for the entire year. How about leave without pay? You'll pay for the ticket. However, to get a return on that investment, you have to remain for 6 months. And should you leave the contract prior to that 6 months, along with your mobilization ticket and your third LWAP kind of PLT, we're gonna get that back. Okay, we're gonna have to have that back. Are you following me? So in essence, if you decide to remain for another year, and you take that end of employment agreement, leave without pay, you pay for the ticket, you decide you want to go home before the 6 month point, just know you don't look for a check. Don't look for a check, don't look for anything from your PLT, don't look for anything in your last check, because you're going to pay for 2 tickets. That's all you already have to pay for. If you leave before the end of your current employment agreement, you're already paying for the cost to return. So you get 15 days off, leave without pay, we buy another ticket, you leave before 6 months. I mean, I think that's fair. I think that's fair because there are no provisions for a third or end of contract R&R. And that was done primarily because this was a 1-year contract with a 1-year option. So those kinds of things could have been put in the front. But I encourage you to balance your time in between your R&Rs. Now, if you had come on board in June of last year and you were told after 90 days you're eligible for it, that didn't mean you have to take it. Smart money would have been, I think I'll wait for the 5th month and see how this contract situation works so that I can take one toward the end of the contract. So you need to try to plan your time out of here. Just cause it said 90 and 180 days, that doesn't mean it was mandatory for you to take one at 90 and take one at 180 days. There are people who plan their R&R. There's one lady in particular that she waited 6 months, and now she's gonna take another one at the end. So that's, just kind of think about how you wanna balance that and manage that.
Who else? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, is there an update on the dates changing in the cat cars and LOAs?
Right now, they are aware of it at corporate, because all of that will have to be done from our corporate office. It's part of it was part of the Tuesday HR call. I'm on a call every Tuesday with everyone who's associated with bringing you here and getting you out of here. Back in the States, Valerie, Kerry, the lady that handles security clearances, all of that. We have a conference call every Tuesday night, and that is right at the top of the list in terms of how best to get everybody's CAT cards redone, get everybody's LOA redone to coincide with the end of the next component. Now, everyone won't get theirs at the same time. It'll be primarily those people who came on board a year ago, or the first groups. And as your employment agreement matures, then we'll replace them. So there won't be a mass until we get to the May or June. Now, in terms of LOAs, yes. And CAT cards, yeah. We'll get them done as quick as possible. We have to set up something over here in the Motel 6, and I think right now, did Morgan tell you that? Yeah,
We've already addressed that with the Hotel 6 as far as getting a CAT card updated, but the LOAs update, they'll have to come stateside. But they've already been advising and informed we got something in place for that as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have they changed these return tickets because mine is July? Or they gonna change it?
We're working that issue, and he hasn't gotten it, but yeah, we're aware of the tickets that were issued. And as we sit there and say, well, this person's not going home at that time, can you change their ticket to their EOC? Yeah, so we're working that issue also.
Okay, and then my other question is, did they get the Kuwait thing worked out for the ones that came from Kuwait? We got it worked out?
Yeah, it worked out where if you want to leave that here, we got the letter, we got the approval, all of that. You sign a letter, it's on the, you put it on the board, it's up on the board. Okay, thank you.
Okay, there's one thing some people are probably thinking about. Y'all pick up this contract for another year. Is there options for another year, or is it tied at the end of this one?
At this particular time, it's an option. They've allowed us to exercise the option of 1 year.
So you don't know if it'll go beyond this year?
We believe there's other work, we just don't know where it's gonna go. We're hoping that it'll come to us.
Debbie? As far as the key situation, Tony, I know Home Depot and Lowe's, come like they sell keys.
Yeah.
You want to check online, maybe I didn't.
I don't think Home Depot's in Bagram.
Well, I know, I'm just saying you can order from them, they can ship it to you.
That's what Bernard, they were trying to do.
You need budget.
They're trying to, do what?
I'm sorry, we can get them, wait.
We can get them replaced.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
Jamie
not
and Robert, we're gonna take
They
care
have
of
Ace
it.
Hardware, wait.
We're trying our best. We got Gary Yule supposed to bring some blanks back off his R&R.
It really is
We're trying to
exciting.
look online, but we gotta make.
I haven't seen one going. I was sitting there, and I'm used to seeing that thing just kind of pass around. Okay, like I said, this is your dime. We wanted to allow you the opportunity to kind of.
Oh, she's getting the sign-in sheet. Let's,
Did you put on starting
I want to bring back up
here
for Mr.
or
Moxley.
ending on your end?
Get him hit. The award program that we're starting.
After that.
During this coming week, if you see someone that does a great job, want you to write their name down on a suggestion form and put it in our suggestion box. Every Monday, we're gonna award 2 people with a, possibly right now, I don't know, a Visa $25 gift card.
Cool. Sounds good.
And as hard as it may be for you to believe, you were selected as a recipient for tonight.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it either. My end of year date is July 18th. And we should take it for July 19th. If you want.
All right, anybody else got anything they want
It's a
to
free ticket, I
bring
know
out?
well.
Let's get that sign-in sheet around.
Yeah.
We definitely want to make sure that,
Aaron?
That's why you just get 6 months. Right.
For this contract, from October to May, that's only 5.5, 6 months. So I might have to wait 120, take one, then I end up May, June next year, it's gonna be.
What I'm understanding is this is gonna take into effect at your
at your end of your employment agreement.
The next year that you sign, then you go to forward.
Once you complete the current employment agreement, then you will get on the schedule for 4 months from the end of your employment agreement, you will be eligible for an R&R. Okay?
So right now, you're still on the, and everybody that has this agreement, you're still on the
90 days.
like, if I'm asked, I'll sign a new contract in July, then I would go to 4 months, but not until then. I mean, that's, as far as I know, that's what
Yeah,
they're proposing.
that's what's been proposed. Will they approve it? No. We tried to fix as many things as we could and make recommendations that were best for this particular environment. All right.
Anybody got anything else?
Well, thank all of you for coming. Next week, I hope to have some more